10 Station for Excellence.
Good evening, and welcome to yet another interesting edition of our weekend magazine program where we celebrate people, events, and culture. Sunday special. I am Essie Owamaka. For your viewing pleasure tonight, we have got quite a number of fascinating and enlightening stories on your darling program Sunday special, and one of which is school runs. Who is more involved, the father or the mother? This and many you shall be finding out on this program, so I did implore you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. But first, let's have the news of the day. Not less than 10 students have been awarded with prizes at the third edition of the Yoruba Essay Competition organized for secondary school students in Lagos State. Our correspondent reports that this program was put together by Bond FM in collaboration with the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN. To promote the usage of one of the three major languages in Nigeria, the Yoruba language, among children, the grassroots station Bond FM, in collaboration with its sister station, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, organized the Yoruba essay competition for secondary school students in Lagos State. The general manager Bond FM expressed worry that Nigeria's indigenous languages are gradually going extinct, hence the need to curb this ugly trend by encouraging the younger generation to learn and speak their mother tongue.
Look at it generally. English has taken over almost everything. Parents do not speak their local language to their children. And so if we encourage our children speaking our local language to them, even in our schools, if we encourage our teachers and it becomes a policy for them to teach in the local language, I believe strongly that we would have developed even much more than where we are today. The Europeans, they speak the language now. They use the language. They even do it there in their schools. So we feel it is important that we don't throw away our language. Our language does not go into extinction, but rather it should grow.
Some dignitaries at the event who praised the initiative of the radio station advised parents and teachers to instill the value of speaking local languages in children.
I'm not speaking English to my children at home. I was speaking English to them when they are small. But when they attain the age of 10, I start speaking my language. So if teacher in the school said, okay, this is what we want, we the parent at home, we have to make sure that we teach our children Yoruba language.
Culture is very important in the life of a group, and everything flows from culture.
Those of us that are members of Conference 57 have taken it as a challenge to ensure that our cultural heritage, which is Yoruba speaking, does not go out of circulation.
High points of the event was the cultural dance display by Yoruba Dance Troupe and presentation of gifts and awards to winners of the Yoruba essay competition.
It is my language, so my mother taught me how to speak it from the age of 5.
So let us know how to speak our mother's tongue. In case, there are some areas that they will need mother's tongue and you know how to say it. So let us just know because it's very important. As English is also important.
The Yoruba essay competition for secondary school students is held annually and it is the third in its series. And now to religious matters. Christians have been urged to embrace peace, unity, religious tolerance, and continuous exhibition of peaceful coexistence among one another for the progress of the country. These admonitions were made by clerics in their respective sermons when they called on Christians to remain steadfast in God and have faith in Jesus Christ. Our correspondent, Nerot Nina Musa, who visited churches within the metropolis, has details.
In their respective sermons, clerics enjoined leaders to serve with humility and integrity in order to promote religious tolerance, noting that leadership is a privilege and not a right. The clerics emphasized the importance of servant leadership role and the need for leaders to be exemplary in their dealings and always put the people first. The man of God urged leaders to create an enabling environment guided by the principles of justice, fairness, and equity, while calling on the citizens to be obedient and law abiding towards building a prosperous and peaceful nation.
They should show the type of love that God Himself showed to us. Take care of the entire nation so that everybody will be happy in the end. Our prayer is God will help them to deliver, and they should do their best so that at least the poor people in the country can feel the impact of the government. We suppose letter to Timothy that we should pray for our leaders. Let us pray for the leadership so that every good program they have for this nation shall materialize in the name of Jesus.
Christians were enjoined to remain committed to their faith and become steadfast in their dealings, as well as pray for the peace and unity of the nation. In Lagos, narrates Nina Musa, NTA News.
All right, we shall be going on a short timeout. Sunday special will continue after this timeout. To join us again.
Independence Day celebration is here. Children, are you ready? Let's go. Come, let's have fun as we celebrate Nigeria's Independence Day. It promises to be exciting with lots of activities such as school performances, march past, dance with guest artists, Miss Independence Day pageants, games, and so much more. Dates: Monday, 2nd of October 2023. Venue: NTA Lagos Channel 10, premises Tedros Shoa Avenue, Yaba, Lagos. Time 10 a.m. Gate fee 1,500 naira per child. For booking and inquiries, please visit our marketing department or call any of the following numbers. Date again, Monday, 2nd of October 2023. Venue: NTA Lagos Channel 10, premises Tedros Shoa Avenue, Yaba, Lagos. Time 10 a.m. Gate fee 1,500 naira per child. NTA Lagos Channel 10 Independence Day Party. Don't miss it. Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
Oga, open your phone tank.
Hold on, please. Let me calm down.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Hope you've rubbed off your meter.
Oh, Oga, we no longer tamper with our fuel dispense meter because it is cheating and corruption. I will always sell fuel to all customers at the correct amount because change begins with me.
Nice one.
Yes, sir. How much, Oga?
Fill up.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
All right, you're welcome back. And if you're just joining us, this is Sunday Special, our weekend magazine program where we celebrate people, events, and culture. Moving on, parents have important roles to play in ensuring the well-being and general development of the children and words. One of these very important tasks for parents is being involved in the children's learning. Now, our question today is, who is more involved in school runs, the father or mother? Let's get answers from Ometere Chidu.
Involved in the school runs of children is a prerogative of both the father and mother. They can do this by preparing children early for school, helping with homework, attending school functions, and communicating with the children's teacher. However, in most cases, these duties are left to one person. Some respondents speak on who is mostly involved in the school runs. Is it the father or the mother?
We are the one that is doing it. We are the one that is at home. So we are the one that caring of our children. So the father, they went to work. They don't have time for us. They don't have time for children.
It's the father that will get the order to go and take the children and take care of anything at home.
But sometimes, if the father is not chance, so the mother will go and do it. So let's say we do it together, Sha.
So if the mother is going to work, we have to ask for permission and go to the school for the PTA, for in fact everything. It's the mothers that have time more for their children than the fathers.
Mothers have special domestic responsibilities for caring the children because they have that characteristics of caring, especially female gender that have responsibility. They are defined by that character. But when it comes to representation, I think the man should be saddled with that responsibility.
Let's hear what some of the children have to say.
My daddy, because my mommy did not have enough time. So she's always busy.
My mom was more involved basically, but I don't know why. Maybe because my dad was not always around.
They have it that if both parents can actively be involved in their children's education, it will make a big difference in their academics and overall well-being.
There is no rule that says the father should be or the mother should be. What's the nature of your job? How flexible is it? So if it is me, I'm doing because I'm here. Right? He can actually just come and say, oh, he's done for the day, then he will go, then I'll be okay. So it works the time, what works for us. So we plan it and we are adjusting to it.
So it's a combination of efforts and responsibilities. So it's in this current time, there is no division of labor between the father and the mother.
It is believed that if parents are fully involved in the education of their children, they will turn out to be responsible adults.
Well, I guess that says it all. Mothers are more involved in school runs. Kudos to all mothers out there. Okay, kudos to fathers too, so I don't get some fathers jealous. All right, in the Nigeria's television industry, Nigeria Television, the NTA is second to none for its wider reach and impact it has been making over the years on the lives of the young and old. Take a look at the history of Nigeria's broadcasting industry. You will find NTA dominating the space. Senator Shehu Sani of the 8th Senate recently beams on one of such historical perspectives in the television broadcast in what brings to the fore the need to give special attention to our past in search for the future. Mohammed Lawan Baba takes it from here.
Take good care of your mother while I'm away.
Where is your car?
These programs such as Magana Jariche, Kokro at Dawn, Village Headmaster, Samanja, Festa 77, The Masquerade, Mind Your Language, Kasagi were transmitted on the largest network in Africa for over 40 years for entertainment, education, and enlightenment. Even at that, viewers were not denied of political programs such as campaigns by Obafemi Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Aminu Kano, Shehu Shagari, leading to the transition to Second Republic, elections, among others. Quite amazing, you may say. Senator Shehu Sani inherited this Sony TV set from his late father 50 years ago and is still intact, though not functional. This reverberates his mind down memory lane. He recalls how NTA carried those days with educating, entertaining, and nationalistic programs.
Nobody that is in position of authority, whether as a president, a minister, senator, governor, that has not benefited from knowledge from the Nigerian Television Authority. One thing we know very well, that they are a museum of our own history. That whatever you see today about our past, about our history, about our turbulence and journey as a nation, must have been sourced from the Nigerian Television Authority.
Suleiman Muhammad Kaura and Abdul Aziz Ahmed Kadir are veteran journalists.
Programming news reportage, excellent that time. Excellent. Because the manpower was very powerful. They were committed. So they were doing their best to ensure that their problem or their concern with the audience.
You want to get content, you still go to NTA to get certain content. Take it or leave it. Are you looking for old hands? You still have them with NTA. But I tell people, if you want to know what government policies is, you want to know what is happening at the grassroots, watch NTA.
Obinna Anabrawi, Omul Khair Sagir, and Dennis Edopi are between the ages of 25 to 30 years. I threw this question to them. Why do they patronize foreign channels above local stations?
Their packaging is different from our homemade packaging of how we package our news.
We can improve ours by learning from them.
When you are watching the Sky Sport or the Super Sport, there you get to watch on the English Premier League, on the Spanish La Liga, the UEFA Champions League, which is very hard to view on some of the Nigeria local stations.
Senator Shehu Sani, Suleiman Kaura, and Abdul Aziz Kadir added, NTA have come a long way, but much need to be done.
NTA can still reinvent itself and make it a darling of. And one of the strongest things it will do is to improve on its online content.
You have to be motivated adequately so that you can serve your nation well.
NTA need to digitize. NTA need to actually spend money on its staff.
For me, I'm proud to be part of this journey of the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, as a role model in broadcast industry, as I rekindle my pledge to continue to serve humanity.
Yes, indeed, you can't beat the reach. It is the NTA, the largest TV in Africa. Now to our next report. We all know about certain statements by some men that are making women to feel upset, annoyed, or resentful whenever they have an intention of putting their hands into some businesses known to be managed by men in a society. But another finding has gotten a woman in Bauchi State who developed a thicker skin and not let every sort of negative statements get her down in her dream of becoming a tea vendor. In this report, our correspondent Zainab Agbola visited the woman's operation area to find out how she is coping with this tea selling, a business mostly patronized by men.
Aisha Baba Ahmad alias Jirgin Talakawa is Fulani by tribe from Jimeta in Adamawa State. She's the first daughter of her mother's 7 children and got married at an early age. She later enrolled herself into the adult education at Kengere in Bauchi up to Bayero University where she obtained a diploma in mass communication. Aisha hasn't seen it any wrong to make ends meet by becoming a tea vendor, a business known to be managed by men.
Yaran yanzu suka fara girma, yanzu suka fara aiki, yanzu kowa ya fara yin gida.
Paying bills is an Herculean task. I want to be able to pay my bills without disturbing my children.
Su uku yaran mutane sun kai gidansu. Ke ai wata rana wannan abun ba zai yi ba.
Aisha, a mother of 5, said her tea vendor business is not without some challenges. I know it's surprising. Looking at the type of business I do, women look at me in an offensive way, but I will persevere. I know a lot of people, but I will. Her children said they are proud of her and described her as their role model.
It's not a surprise, something to see a woman like her being into that kind of business. Our religion and traditional costumes is not against it. So it's not something to be, I'm happy for that.
It's better than begging or stealing. I am proud of her.
Kuma irin wannan halin da muke ciki ma na matsi da waye tattalin rayuwa, ni kan da mutum yayi bara ko sata a kama shi, kamar irin wannan business din nata.
Most of the customers that patronize these tea shops said
It is the amazing story behind the T-shirt that captured their attention.
This is my first time seeing woman making chai. Wallahi, gaskiya shayin shi yana dadi sosai. I enjoy it.
This woman should be an example to them, seriously, because I know I've not today. I've known her more than 7 years, and she's been a wonderful woman. I'm even surprised seeing her selling shai. Wallahi, I'm even surprised. Wallahi, I advise other women to be like her.
Wallahi, saboda tea in na ja na yaba shi ne.
I enjoy the tea a lot because of its herbal mixture.
Na sha kuma ba karamin daɗin shayin na ji ba.
We thought she was joking until she started selling. The tea is good.
Haja Aisha makes her own living and her own opportunity. She is actually a role model for women, not to sit down and wait for opportunities to come.
What a man can do, a woman can do better. Women, don't give up on your dreams. Disability does not define one's intelligence or cognitive abilities. Individuals with disabilities have diverse strengths and talents. Despite the challenges they face, while their disabilities may affect their physical, sensory, or cognitive functions, it is crucial to recognize that their intellectual potential remains intact. In this report, let's join Adamu Sunday for more on Halima Usman Jibrin, who, despite her ability, was able to acknowledge her strength and carved a niche for herself in catering.
24-year-old Halima Usman Jibrin, also known as the Blind Chef, is the daughter of former military administrator of Kaduna State, retired Group Captain Usman Jibrin, and the 21st in the family of 24.
I was born with blindness.
Halima Usman, an indigene of Nasarawa State and the CEO of Blind Kitchen Creation, says she picked interest in cooking from her mother.
I started cooking since childhood.
Despite her challenge, she is able to take advantage of social media to reach prospective clients.
I advertise online, so I get clients through the social medias, and then my brothers, my sisters, my family, my friends, they refer me to people.
Halima, whose dream is to become a well-known chef in the world, speaks on what makes her happy and sad.
Whenever I'm in the kitchen cooking, so there is this different happiness, this extreme happiness that I feel. And then whenever my mom, I see her, or maybe even if she travel, if I hear her voice, whenever I see my persons with disability begging on the street, it touches my heart.
After school, what next?
After school, masters, and I would like to find a very good job, and then marriage.
A 300-level student in the Department of Mass Communication, Kaduna State University, says, in spite of the numerous obstacles faced on a daily basis, her unwavering spirit allows her to adapt, learn and grow in her business and academics. Out of curiosity, I decided to visit her in school to find out how she copes academically.
I use my phone to record the lectures. Then if I go home, I'll then use my Braille machine and then copy the notes, and then I'll read them using Braille. So I use typewriter for the test and exams, and even if I did not understand anything, I'll just go and meet the lecturer to explain more.
Halima is always attentive in class.
She's very good in her studies. She's always trying to be like every other human being.
One amazing thing is that she calls me by name whenever I call her on the phone.
When you called me, it said the phone say Mr. Sunday Ente is calling. My message for to people living with disability out there is I believe everyone has his or her talent. He has something that he knows how to do well. So they should find what their talent is and they should engage themselves in it.
My encounter with Halima has indeed changed my mentality that there is ability in every disability. If Halima, despite her challenge, is excelling in her business and academics, you too can do it.
What an inspiring young lady. When there is a will, there is a way. Well done, Halima. Up next is Sports Update.
We begin with the 7th National Youth Games, ongoing in Asaba Delta State as Lagos and Bayelsa states set the pace in the medals table in opening day of the wrestling event. Lagos State won 3 bronze medals comprising 2 gold and a bronze in the women's 45 kg, while Bayelsa picked all the 3 gold medals in the 49 kg men's category. To handball, Team Nigeria to the Africans Women's Youth and Ball Championship finished third to claim the bronze of the competition held in Tunisia after defeating Angola 28-24 in the third place match played on Saturday. Having lost their semi-final games against Egypt, the Nigerian under-18 girls pushed to finish as the third best team in the championship. The team is expected back in the country on Monday. And now to wrestling, as the acting Controller General Nigerian Customs Service Adewale Adeniyi believed that more Nigerian wrestlers will qualify for the 2024 Paris Olympics. He said this against the backdrop of the only one Nigerian female wrestler securing Olympic qualification in the just concluded World Wrestling Championships in Serbia.
The competition in Serbia, it's one of the various competitions that are lined up to get slots at the Paris Olympics. There are still going to be 1 or 2 other championships. I'm very sure there will be one in March in Egypt. And those of our athletes who did not get the slots, the tickets, would have the opportunity to do so.
And finally, to table tennis, as the victory of Nigerian table tennis star Aruna Quadri at the just concluded African Championship in Tunisia seems to have yielded an instant result as the Nigerian top seed moved up in the latest International Table Tennis Federation rankings from its previous 18th position to 16th in the world after earning 500 ranking points for a total of 1,260 and remained the best ranked African player. With Sports Update, Oche Mbiri, NTA News.
All right, this is where we call it a wrap on today's edition of Sunday Special. I hope you had a great time with us. I am Ese Owamaka. Let's do this same time next week. Good evening.
NTA 10, Station for Excellence.
Independence Day celebration is here. Children, are you ready? Let's go. Come, let's have fun as we celebrate Nigeria's Independence Day. It promises to be exciting with lots of activities such as school performances, march past, dance with guest artists, Miss Independence Day pageants, games, and so much more. Dates: Monday, 2nd of October 2023. Venue: NTA Lagos Channel 10, premises Tedros Shoa Avenue, Yaba, Lagos. Time: 10 a.m. Gate fee: 1,500 naira per child. For booking and inquiries, please visit our marketing department or call any of the following numbers. Date again: Monday, 2nd of October 2023. Venue: NTA Lagos Channel 10, premises Tedros Shoa Avenue, Yaba, Lagos. Time: 10 a.m. Gate fee: 1,500 naira per child. NTA Lagos Channel 10 Independence Day Party. Don't miss it. Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
Owó mélòó ló ní tó fọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú? Like, what is your account balance?
Kí ló ń dín? Kí là ń ṣe létò àtàtà ó yá kájọ kọ́kọ́ o. Àǹtí Àríkẹ́, Sisi Chioma, Àǹtí Àmínà, ẹ wá kájọ jẹ̀gbádùn kí là ń ṣe.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí oúnjẹ ìlú mi, gẹ́gẹ́ bí original ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun state, ẹ̀fọ́ rírò ló máa wà mẹ́. Olóòtú, ṣé ẹ fẹ́ má bínú o? Ẹ̀yin náà ń jẹ àjọ oúnjẹ mi. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé oúnjẹ yìí dùn. Ṣé ìgbà tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ pókè? This one is sweet.
Kí là ń ṣe létò àtàtà ó yá kájọ kọ́gbọ́n o. Àní kí là ń ṣe. Ó ń hó ṣùkùṣùkù lóní dídíndín. Ẹyin láta, ẹ̀bọ̀ kó rọ̀, ẹ̀sẹ̀ kó dùn. Àṣírí oúnjẹ aládùn lètò tó wọlé dé. Ṣé bí ọbẹ̀ tó dùn? Owó nìkan kọ́ ló bá dé. Iṣẹ́ ọpọlọ àtàgbékalẹ̀ ohun èlò náà kópa sí. Kí là ń ṣe? Kí ló ń hó? Kí là ń ṣe o? Kí ló ń dín? Kí là ń ṣètò àtàtà ó yá kájọ kọ́gbọ́n o. Àní kí là ń ṣe.
Pẹ̀lú inú dídùn ni mo fi kí wa káàbọ̀ sí àkọ́tún ètò Kí là ń ṣe What's Cooking lọ́jọ́ tèmi. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ kú fẹ́, ẹ kú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń like, tẹ́ ń comment, tẹ́ ń share lórí gbogbo social media handles wa pátápátá. A dúpẹ́ gan ni o. Àjọṣe wa ò dẹ̀ ní bàjẹ́. Ẹ mọ̀ bá ṣe máa ń ṣe lórí ètò Kí là ń ṣe. A máa mú oúnjẹ aládìídùn báwọn tó lóúnjẹ gangan bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe wá fún yín lórí ètò yìí. Ẹni ò dẹ̀ ní yàtọ̀ rárá torí mo ní celebrity guest nínú ilé pẹ̀lú mi. Mo dẹ̀ ní chef tó máa ṣe oúnjẹ yẹn náà nínú ilé pẹ̀lú mi lọ́jọ́ tèmi. Ìlú tí guest mi bá dẹ̀ ti wá, níbẹ̀ náà ni mo ti máa ń mú oúnjẹ aládìídùn tí mo máa ń sè lórí ètò láì jẹ́ kí n fi nǹkan kan pamọ́ bí àṣírí tó máa jẹ́ kó oúnjẹ tí náà kó dùn. Ẹni ò dẹ̀ ní yàtọ̀ rárá torí mi Àṣàbí yín mo wà ń bí fún yín ní gbogbo ìgbà lórí ètò Kí là ń ṣe. Orúkọ mi ò tí ì yí padà. Àṣàbí tó sàbí tó ṣe nọ́mà tó gba dọ́là náà ni. Ẹ má yí kúrò ńbẹ̀ torí ètò tèmi ó tún máa gbọ̀nà àrà yọ. Ẹ máa gbádùn ẹ̀ gidi gan ni. Mò ń bọ̀.
Kí là ń ṣe létò àtàtà ó yá kájọ kọ́gbọ́n o. Àní kí là ń ṣe.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà sórí ètò Kí là ń ṣe lọ́jọ́ tèmi. Mo sọ fún yín kí n tó lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé chef mi wà nínú ilé tó máa ṣe oúnjẹ tí a fẹ́ sè lọ́jọ́ tèmi fún wa. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí n rojọ́ jìnnà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé chef mi wọlé ká tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní kánmọ́kóbó.